Alright, that should be it. Hello, everyone. I should be live. Please tell me I have audio. Hello, everyone. Yes, I do. Thank God. Aloha, ladies and gentlemen. Marku, Melox, Little Green Martian, and Dave. What are you doing in my chat, Dave?
I took the day off of work, so this is a good opportunity to hang out because I never get to hang out with the boys during the day because I'm always at fucking work. So
And I don't really do as much streaming as I should be doing, but hey, at least we now can kill two birds with one stone.
I kind of forced him into it because I told him I had the day off, and I was like, you should do a stream. You should do an art stream.
Yeah, and we've
And I'm
just been
like,
doing recordings lately, so. Though I think we
yeah,
originally planned to do like a dual stream, but unfortunately
I would,
I would love
yeah,
to do that, but unfortunately we can only go for like 1.5, 2 hours today because I have other obligations too. A bit
yeah.
busy.
I just haven't got my shit together. Is really what it is because it's 7 o'clock in the morning. And the reason why I took the day off of work is because I'm dealing with all that nonsense with my apartment people.
Yeah.
And so
Understandable. And also, you got your shit together? I don't even have half of that.
yeah, I mean, no. I definitely do not have my shit together this morning.
Oh, boy. It's been a week, I can tell you that. Maybe turn on the background music. If the music's too loud or not loud enough, give me a heads up, guys. But it should be okay. And Discord shouldn't, well, Discord and OBS shouldn't screw me over, so let's just hope this shit works. Right.
Yeah, it is kind of loud. I'm listening to the stream. The music is kind of loud.
Yeah, fucking give me a second.
I'm very loud too. You should turn yourself up.
Oh, okay. Fuck. Hopefully that'll work. I don't know if it's too loud or not, but I'm trying 5.3, minus 5.3, that should work, hopefully.
So...
Or maybe I'm just mumbling a bit too much, I don't know.
No. So what I was told is that just turn yourself up all the way because people can turn you down. People can turn the stream down on their end.
All right. Well, I'm maxing myself out, and Bessa can beat me for it later. Cause see, he's the one to set up the settings, and I kind of messed up with him twice already, so that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, no, it sounds a lot better.
Good. What's this supposed to be? This is a, let's see. Oh. Just make sure we have some tunes in the background. This is a commission I have from a dude who commissioned me over Twitter a while back, and I've kind of had it in the background, been really shit at working at it, but we've also been talking a lot, so this hasn't been one of me just ghosting people, but I've ended up just beating my head against the wall, then stressed out over work. And it's a rather big project, because I've already made another image that is a other half of this one. So it's one of those cases where I bit over more than I can chew, essentially, and I underestimated the situation at my own workplace. Let's put it like that.
Yeah. As long as you've been in communication with the person and they understand the situation.
Yeah.
Like...
Dude, this guy has to... Like, I have patience, dude. I got tremendous patience. But this dude makes me look like an impatient little shit.
Yeah. Man, so what is this going to be used for? Do you know?
Essentially, it is a battle tech like commission.
Okay.
It's a light.
But it's not like someone's going to use it as an avatar or animated or something like that.
I don't know. Basically, he is allowed to do whatever the fuck he wants with it. I've already made one. I think it's a Mercury light mech but it's also based on Christine from the
Stephen King book.
yes.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yep.
I guess the thrust of my question is will we see this image again in public somewhere? Will somebody be using it in public or
Again,
is it
I
just
don't
gonna be a
know.
private thing?
I
Okay.
don't know, but it would be cool if he did. I
Okay.
will not stop him if he chooses to do so.
Okay. I don't want to. I'm not gonna pry into other people's business too much. I was just curious.
That's fair. It's a good
Because it looks
question.
dope.
Because I didn't really ask much for it, and when it comes to me making art for other people, I don't really care when I make it, and only thing is that after making it, it is yours. I want the credit for it if we're
Credit.
gonna
Yep.
talk about it or publish it in any way.
You know that I'm gonna art fag on you a bit here since we're doing it. So because that is very similar to um the latest artist that Bleach and I just talked about on our stream plug, Audis Circle, Tuesdays at 7 p.m.
Go
Eastern
have a
time.
look.
Um, anyhow, the he was just a really talented artist guy that really he just enjoyed being a cowboy and just incidentally was an artist. But he made money being an artist, a little bit of money doing shit locally because local newspapers and stuff like that, and then local publishers, they want illustrations and stuff for books. Um, but then when he married this girl and she was like, you could do so much more than just drawing cartoons for the local Tribune. Like your art is so much more than that. And so she talked him into putting art into traveling and putting some art into an exhibition in his hometown. But it was like this big national exhibition. But his hometown was St. Louis. So there was this big national art exhibition, and he submitted some pieces to it and got accepted. And then he went to New York, which was not a rancid bag of dildos back then, and and got met up with some guys that ran a foundry there for doing casting bronze. So he made a connection there to those guys did his bronze working for yeah, it's cool. That's one of the ways they use. That's one of the things they use to authenticate his sculptures, because the guy was incredibly prolific. And then also, with like sculptures, what they would do, those bronzes, is he would carve them. It was a lost wax process, basically. He would carve them, and then they would make a cast out of them, and then cast sculptures from there.
It's fucking cool.
Now, however many they could get from there is, it wasn't like they could get an infinite amount, but which that made the sculptures valuable because the casts degrade over time, or especially they did back then. They didn't have access to the same.
It's not like having a original cast that could be easily copied either, as most of that shit had to be done by hand, I suppose.
Well, yeah. I mean, I suppose you could actually take one of those now and make a pretty good like silicone mold, and then make a plaster out of that, and then make that plaster
You could
into
just scan it with a 3D printer, I suppose.
Yeah, you probably could too. That's another one. But we have technology to better replicate and mass produce things than they did then.
Yep.
But I mean, I guess the thrust of the argument is that, or the thrust of the story is that he was not. He was more content with just giving art away to his friends, and like giving away his paintings and stuff to his friends and acquaintances, and just doing small commissions maybe here and there, and didn't really understand how important and impactful his work actually was until until his wife got involved and was like, no, this is bigger than that. And now the guy's shit's printed in every fucking American history book. You know, like he's got a huge museum. It's actually not far from me. It's in Great Falls, Montana. It's like it'd be like a 6-hour drive from here. Actually, probably his name is Charles Marion Russell. So CM Russell. I believe we had an excellent stream on it. So I think all the people here already went and watched a lot of it. So yeah, he's got a big museum in Great Falls, Montana, and it's like an American Heritage Museum. He built a house in Great Falls, Montana, when it was starting to grow. Like they built this cabin and turned it into this like kind of cowboy museum in a way, because the dude, like, I don't know what it is with art people and collecting shit, but like almost every artist we've talked about, like the last several artists we've talked about have been collectors. Like we talked about Peter Paul Rubens, who was a collector. Titian collected shit. Peter Paul Rubens collected antiquities, which, if you think of it, because that guy was in the late 1500s. So he's like 16th, 17th century dude collecting antiquities or collecting antiques. It's like, what the hell are antiques to them? Well, it was like Roman sculptures and shit. Right. So
I love that because it's so fucking cool. Like antiques for them is like ancient treasures for us these days.
Right. It's like antiques for them are antiquities to us. It was really interesting. But so he was really into collecting that. Rembrandt was a huge collector and a collector of antiquities and art and stuff like that. And it ended up bankrupting him. Like, dude had terrible spending habits.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. If I ever would collect shit, I would have a whole ass room dedicated to different Transformers figures.
Oh, I've got all sorts of weird shit around here.
Dude, I'm just too greedy.
I've got my paintings. I showed you, dude. I have 4 3D printers.
Yeah.
You know, and actually only 2 of them are functional, and I haven't used any of them in a long time. So, the process is kind of a pain in the ass. Like, the process is a pain in the ass, and I haven't felt a really big need to do anything with it yet lately. But
by the way, I guess a idea thing. See if you can find the 3D printer mold for something called the Legolini.
The Legolini.
It's pretty much a pocket crossbow.
Oh, nice.
It's badass.
I've got ABS filament. I've got all the stuff to make like the manufacturer shit if I wanted to. But no, anyhow, I wanted to go back to the art thing with the because so many artists also died poor, and they died poor and kind of maybe a little bit obscure in their time, but not really, mostly just poor. Or in poverty, and their art didn't become incredibly valuable until after they died. You know, like Van Gogh is a good example, stuff like that. And there are quite a few artists that make their living, now and back then, doing art, right? But I think the thing is, for the most part, it's hard to make a consistent living as an artist if you're not working for a specific person, which is what a patron is, right? I guess. So
it's a specific person, or you manage to get a following. Like one thing I like about modern times now, well, I like it as much as I dislike it, is we're in the age of content creation, if I'm gonna creation as I so cringely can call it. you have people finding everyone from around the world, right? And there's like, oh shit, I love this. I'm gonna support this. I myself,
Right, right, right.
I'm a member of a few patrons myself, Patreons
Hmm.
myself. So it's really cool because you can find people who make stuff you enjoy, make things you like, just enjoying the process of it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Um,
But
but I think
that just solidifies what you say even more though, because it means that yeah, instead of a single person now you can just have it's an organization across the entire goddamn globe.
oh yeah, definitely. Well, and the way artists used to do that back in the day was, of course, being like get a patron and work for them. You know, that's like the only consistent work because otherwise it was piecemeal work. And so I think some painters like Rembrandt or I mean a lot of artists have problems with impulse control,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of painters and stuff like that they receive their income in big chunks, right? They don't
Mm-hmm.
receive your income as like a weekly paycheck. It's like you are going to get $50,000 for this one painting when it's completed, or or however much the painting, you're going to get this money. And so they give them that money up front. And I think that that kind of, if they're getting it consistently where you're always getting like giant chunks of money, then that happened with Albert Bierstadt too. The other guy, the landscape painter we talked about.
Is that also what happened
As
with
he got
Bozo?
later, I think in a way, I haven't done any research on him, but I think it's very similar to that, right? Like they
Because he was the talk of the
they're
town back in the day, and suddenly he just crashed and burned. Like, holy crap, it was bad.
yeah, I think a lot of that was due to his own behavior though.
Yeah.
Um but but they don't receive, it's not like they're building up a retirement or anything like that. And they get used to having like big chunks of money coming in all the time. They're used to having like $5,000 in their pocket. So they sell a couple of paintings and all of a sudden you got this giant chunk of cash in your pocket. And so they get used to having those big chunks of cash in their pocket. And then when those big chunks of cash stop coming in, they don't know how to live. And in many cases, like Rembrandt and Bierstadt, they just continue to live how they lived when they were having those big chunks of cash come in.
Yeah.
And the end result of that is that they died in poverty. They died bankrupt and impoverished. So I think that's my theory on why a lot of artists die poor.
You spend again, you spend according to how much you make, and if you make like piece by piece a lot at a time, it doesn't really encourage you to become more
Yeah,
Spartan in your spending.
yeah, exactly.
I'm pretty sure if you get
And
everybody who gets a bonus at work will begin splurging immediately.
right, yeah. like like I got a big bonus coming in here shortly, hopefully, and
You better.
I'm gonna splurge on. I might splurge on a deposit on a new place to live. You know.
That is, dude, that isn't splurging. That's reasonable behavior.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Uh, it's funny to say it that way.
It is.
uh,
Let's see.
that's cool that you have the ability to do that.
Yeah,
Helps you maintain the symmetry a lot better.
very much. Hmm. Though, as you can see here, right, it does
Yeah.
blur this shit out, which annoys me.
Yeah, that you're exactly right, LGM. That's exactly what it is. Is people are so used to living,
Yeah,
like
true.
they're used to this this big chunk all at once. And I'll tell you what, dude. When I lost my job back in 2008, my company did this giant ass layoff, and I applied for a government grant to pay for schooling, and part of that government grant to go to schooling was I wasn't allowed to get a job. I was only allowed to go to school. And so we had to apply for
and it, like
it's there was a lot of weird shit that came out like that.
You
during
will
that was
be
in
a servant of the state. You will be a dependent. You're not allowed to improve your situation. What the fuck?
Yeah, it was weird, but it was designed to keep people from taking because the program was it was like the TRA training reassignment act or something like that, and it was for people who lost their jobs specifically as a result of foreign competition, right? Which should tell you how much of a different time this was. Because South Korea heavily, they were at the time, they were one of the biggest, they were one of our biggest competitors in the DRAM market, right? Because it was Micron and then Hynix, which used to be a part of Hyundai, and then LG, which is another. Those were the three big players in the DRAM industry, right? But it as DRAM became heavily commodified and integrated into the economy, of course the price on it dropped incredibly. Like the price dropped on it, and the thing is like the Korean manufacturers were basically working at a loss. They were selling everything at a loss and being subsidized by the government for their loss. And it's because so many people worked for those companies that if those companies had to lay people off, or if they had to lay people off or downsize, like it would be such a tremendous blow to the Korean economy that they had no choice but to subsidize the companies, right? Like the Korean economy would crash if the government didn't step in, which was the excuse they used for the TARP bailouts here. But the point is they had to. Like the Korean government had no choice but to subsidize them. Well, that put them in violation of all these international regulations, blah, blah, blah. But then that allowed me to get a job or get this government grant to go to school based on the fact that Korea was pretty much putting our company out of business by subsidizing the Korean government was going to put the American semiconductor manufacturer out of business because they were subsidized by the taxpayers. So, yeah. So, anyhow, that's what I was doing in 2008. I couldn't work, and it sucked. School was kind of lame, and I got a degree for networking. So it's funny because it was supposed to be for a CCNA, which is a Cisco Certified Network Associate, and that is like a baseline.
San Francisco, right?
No. Cisco is one of the biggest. They're one of the biggest manufacturers of networking equipment. So like large scale routers and switches and stuff like that, like building shit. Oh. Like backbone architecture stuff. Like a lot of the internet runs on Cisco stuff. So actually Juniper's taken over more in that space, which is good. Juniper shit's way easier to work with. Cisco has this really esoteric interface on it, or it did when I was doing it. So anyhow, with that certification, just having that little certificate, that's like an extra 30 grand a year on a job. If you have that, you can get jobs that pay way more than you can without, like tons more. And so when I was going to go to school, the place I went to said, "Oh yeah, we're going to pay for your CCNA." We're like, "You'll have a CCNA by the time you leave the school." And so me and a bunch of other guys that got laid off were like, "Oh, fuck yeah. Like that's awesome. Hell yeah, we're going to do so we're going to do that." Because that was before everybody had broadband. Like 2008, 9, like 2010, not everybody had access even to DSL back then in the United States. So that was one of Obama's big things, is that he wanted to, like, one of the things that he talked about during his campaign was a rural broadband initiative where they were going to get broadband out to more rural communities.
Yeah, I remember that. It's it was a pretty big point. It was pretty. It's kind of what. Fuck. How old was I? I was in ninth grade. So yeah, I was in ungdomsskolan, which is pretty much like high school.
Yeah.
And and I think it's high school. It's sort of like the school between.
You've been like 15. You'd have been like 14 or 15 at the time.
Yeah, I was 14. And one of the bigger points was, oh, he's gonna just make internet more common, believing back then that was a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, it is.
It is.
It was better. It's a good thing to make sure that those underserved communities where it's like, it's not profitable for the telcos to go in there. But the thing is, because the telcos are a monopoly, like they're kind of a state-enforced monopoly, the only reason it's not profitable for them to go in there is because they've cornered the market. Nobody else can go in there and compete with them. So if they're gonna go in there, they get to charge so much, it's ridiculous, and people can't afford it. So they don't bother paying for it, because it's not profitable, because they make it so expensive that people don't bother fucking paying for it.
Yeah.
So
again, monopolies. You'll immediately hear every single Norwegian politician be like, "Ooh, hello."
Yeah. Our telco, like our utilities, are kind of a shit show here. And the utilities are a shit show mostly because they actually are private monopolies. They're private run monopolies. They're not government institutions, which is a good and a bad thing. The bad thing is their profit.
It's not a good thing to be state run, because every single large commodity here in Norway, or actually everything here, is run by the government.
Well, it's different being, and when I say state, I guess there's a very distinct difference between being state run, as in the state itself runs it, and I'm saying small state as in Idaho runs it, instead of large state as in the U.S. government runs it. You know what I'm saying? Like, most states should have more oversight over their.
I get it.
And they really. I just really hate the fact that profit is such a heavy part of it. You know, like the Idacorp, the company that owns Idaho Power here. Like, first off, they have dams and all this shit. Like, they're doing hydroelectric dams. Idaho Power didn't build those fucking dams. The state of Idaho built those fucking dams. But somehow Idaho Power is able to set up and charge people for the use of power through those dams, even though the state of Idaho or the U.S. government paid for those fucking dams.
Yep.
Same with telco.
It's about greasing the right pockets, dude.
Right. And so it's the same with the telco infrastructure. Like, I believe that some of those infrastructures like that, because they are just basically infrastructure, you know, which, if properly managed, like the U.S. government did infrastructure really well for a very long time until the commies took over. So I think that, and even you can't deny that, you know, in cultural enrichment, places like, you know, places like Oslo were really nice places, basically. You know,
Hey,
they were kind of
the
cool
thing about
places.
the thing about Oslo and the thing about Bergen are they're nice places. The problem is the people.
Yeah, exactly.
Again, that is a local joke around the entire country. Even before we started getting visitors that never
Yeah,
left.
yeah. Before you started getting enriched. Yeah, no, but that's totally the thing. But the only reason those cities were nice was because the government invested in infrastructure. And don't get me wrong, I'm not simping for the government, you
Oh
know,
no,
but
that's okay.
but for some things that are in the public good, like national parks and stuff like that, I feel that they're too important to be left in the hands of someone with a profit motive.
Yeah. I'm just saying like this, the anarcho-capitalism idea is bullshit and won't work regardless of what people
No,
think. It sure
no,
you can find a theory that makes sense, but it won't work. In the end,
no.
you need to have a system that is in place and someone to enforce and make sure that system works. Unfortunately, there's no one capable of managing or making such systems anymore.
Right. Well, and I worked with I worked for the state of Idaho for a decade, you
Yeah,
know.
Fed Dave.
And I worked for I was an IT guy for water resources. I worked with some incredibly talented and smart people. Like some of the people I worked with were brilliant. And they were it was it was a credit to them that they wanted to work for the state, and a lot of them ended up leaving to go work for private firms.
Yeah.
But the fact that some of those people would lend their talents to the state was for the pay they were getting, right? And it might be maybe I'm making it seem more noble than it really might actually be. But some of those dudes I worked with were even after they retired, they went on to jobs that paid like 3 times what they were making at the department, with better benefits and everything, but they really liked doing what they did because of the conservation aspect of what we were doing, and they got to travel out into a lot of those dudes got to travel out into the remote wilderness and like the wildlife photography that Bleach and I are going to talk about in our upcoming episode of Otis Circle. featuring featuring Frank J. Haynes, the official photographer of Yellowstone when it was established. He was also the official photographer of Union Pacific for a while too when they were expanding. But anyhow, that kind of work is done. Like the railroads were a private thing, but a lot of those kind of pictures and stuff like that, like Hayes got to go out and take all these amazing pictures of Yellowstone and Yosemite and stuff like that, basically because the government paid him to. And it was and it's been such an enriching experience for our culture and our country to have that in those images that I feel it was worth it for us to pay for it as taxpayers, and that it might
It's a
not
good
be
kind of cultural enrichment.
yeah, and that might be definitely that's my opinion on it. It may or may not be correct, but
I've heard worse takes in my life.
but throughout all of history, there's so much art that would not get done without the government intervention, the government funding it, kind of thing, right? So there is some things that the government can do correctly.
Yeah.
It's not like everything everything the government does is completely is a complete disaster.
It's it is necessary, regardless of what people think of the government. Even me, I am, again, my dislike, if I'm going to say it really nicely, my dislike, note the nice way I'm putting it, YouTube.
Right.
My dislike of politicians, I do admit that they are a necessary evil. However, they are going way above their necessity at this point, which is why I
Right.
despise them.
Well,
They are
so
taking way too much than what they're doing.
I think
They're outweighing their worth.
right. Well, I think the necessity or the issue is not necessarily the politicians, is that they're wielding an disproportional amount of power against the citizenry than they should have, right? Like they're
And they're
wielding too much
reaching
power.
for more. Yeah, they're reaching for too much. They're trying to, because they are micromanaging the smaller parts, right? The larger state in Norway is, it's as if they're trying to come down and like micromanage everything in every single commune, in every single.
Yeah.
It's not like
Yeah.
it's not like nation and then state here, but we do have
It's like a county.
yeah, counties basically, right?
Yeah.
It's like they want to micromanage every single thing, and it is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah, I see now it's the exact opposite here. Our fucking our state government is so laissez-faire with the cities that Boise's got a bunch of stupid shit going on because our mayor's some commie from Boston.
That is disgusting.
Dude. So I've got some, well, Fist, I'll say, I'll shout him out, but Fist and his wife are in town, right? No, News Fist and his wife are in town.
Ooh,
and
he's back again in America?
Yeah. So they, just for a little bit, but where they're staying, I delivered pizza around there a long time ago, and I drove down there now, and they have turned that area into such a fucking disaster for bike lanes. For stupid bike lanes. It's like, dude, we had wide ass sidewalks. One, the road was wide enough for bikes anyways. Two, the city's for fucking cars. Like, why did you? But it's just stupid bullshit where they're putting in all this bike lanes all over downtown. They
got the same shit in Norway too, dude. They're trying to be like Denmark, the flattest country on earth, and trying to be like, everything needs bicycles because we need to be careful about carbon. Yay! They do the same thing in Norway too.
It's just anti-car. It's anti-car infrastructure here. That's all it is. Yeah. You know how they'll take a fucking park bench and put bars on it so people can't sleep on it.
Yep.
It's kind of like that. It's like they're making the infrastructure so inconvenient to drive on that you won't. And that people only drive there out of necessity, as if there's so much opportunity in town that everybody can just bike to work. It's like, no, I'm sorry.
It's retarded.
So, yeah. So, but there are generally some things that the state, but obviously the state needs to handle that stuff. And the fact that they're handling it poorly is a completely separate issue.
Yeah.
But, oh, that's cool looking.
Thank you. I think I'm doing this so it just sticks out. Hey, keep going.
Oh no, sorry, Mike. I got a cat doing weird shit over here by me.
Is he climbing you again?
No, thank God, no. They're patting at the window, and it's because there's a squirrel outside, and they want to get that bastard.
Squirrels. Speaking of squirrels, I'm thinking of making. I'm thinking my Saturday Sultan's part, because I'm probably never gonna do the whole today's politics thing unless it's something in Norway that pisses me off. However, I might do like nerdy shit and also mythological thing, and I want to talk. I might talk about Ratatoskr on Saturday.
That would be awesome. I would love to hear about that.
Oh,
Because I
dude,
don't know a whole bunch about it, and so it would be interesting to learn about that.
yeah, I'm just gonna say the Ratosker's a little shit.
Right.
He would fit in so well on fucking Twitch right
Right.
now. Uh-huh.
He'd be a kick streamer.
Nah,
He'd be like Johnny fucking Somali.
Oh, dude, he.
Jack Doherty.
I'm not gonna start. I'm not gonna start the whole thing here, but I'm just saying that he would be the king of fucking streamers. Let's put it like that. But he wouldn't be the main streamer. But he would cause a lot of shit.
Yeah. But no, that would be cool. I agree. I think it'd be a good idea for us to diversify a bit on Sultans. Like talk about the we'll definitely talk about the most prominent news of the day, but man, there's so much black pill bullshit going on.
Yeah.
That
Which and I'm thinking better that I then go into the stuff I know, which is pointless mythological bullshit.
Yeah, yeah. And I think limiting the time on it too, putting a time limit on it too will be better. Because that way it just helps with more structure. Like we just need more structure.
Yeah.
It's like I said during the conversation, it's too much like a Discord call and not enough like a podcast.
Right.
So
hey, what do you think about this so far?
That's pretty dope, dude.
Yeah.
I like the little flying, like the little drone thing. This is cool, like so that eye reminds me of a League of Legends skin.
Of course.
In a way. It just the eye does. I'm gonna go find a picture of it and send it to you in chat here.
Anything happens, like, hey, that's a League of Legends character.
Dude, it's gonna look like that eventually.
Yeah, maybe. Everything gets a League of Legends skin anyway, so.
You know, the thing is they're not doing the Fortnite thing. Right? Okay, I'm gonna drop it in the chat here in this in our chat here.
What the hell is this bolt? Oh, right, that's why. Let's check the chat. Ah, that one. Yeah, I kind of like that.
See, the eyeball kind of looks similar to it.
Yeah, I'm thinking more like the original William Birkin eye from Resident Evil 2.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, dude, I got recommended a video from one of my fellow up and coming spray paint artists back in the day. Her name is Patricia Annabelle E. Her channel's awesome. Spray Paint Patty, like her work is amazing. She had a really great workspace, and she did really great work. And I got recommended one of her videos the other day as I was doom scrolling, and she did a frog's eye, and it just looked so fucking cool. How because her work was so cool.
Eyes are cool.
Yeah. Yeah. And the thing is, like, when you're doing it with spray paint, you can make such cool eyes.
Yeah.
Because the stuff is kind of hazy anyways. Right? Like there's a lot of definition up close in small places, but when you're looking at it from a distance, you don't see a whole lot of definition. You see a lot of haze. What
I'm hoping to do with these brushes, since I have a lot of different, you know, the street art function on my tablet.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm hoping to be able to do something like that.
Yeah. You could design your own throwy. Yeah, that's what they call fucking a graffiti piece. That's the name. It's like a tag, but it's like fancier.
Oh, right.
So yeah, that's the term for it in graffiti.
I first thought you said I could get my own glowy, but all
right. Yeah, no, we've all already got one of those, so.
There's way too many of those lately.
Right. But so
yeah.
Anyhow, eyeballs are cool, and that's what that made me think of.
Yeah.
So
we all like balls.
I dig the aesthetic of the biomechanical shit. Right?
Thank you.
Like, it's rad. Like, this looks dope as hell. This seems like it'd be a really cool antagonist for an alien invasion. It reminds me of something from an old anime.
Yeah.
Like from an old Robotech cartoon. Like, this is something they'd fight in Robotech.
It's kind of like that. It's I don't know why I developed a style like that, but from a friend of mine, the dude who's been doing 3 of my tattoos and currently doing my Armored Core tattoo. Yeah, he is a specialist. Like the tattoo I showed you, he spent 15 minutes making that.
Nice, dude.
It's fucking awesome. But here's another thing. I was like marveling at what he was doing, right? And he's like, "Yeah, but I don't have a monkey's chance in hell to do biomechanical as I do, apparently." Which is that's a nice way. That's a nice thing to hear.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I think it's because your style is more flowy and organic. Yep. Like the just with your use of contour and detail, right? You got a lot of contour and texture on there, which it would have, right? Like, and that's like you've captured that really well.
Thank you.
So, not trying to glaze, but that's what that's what I
work
see.
The shaft, baby. Where the fuck? Oh yeah, that's a Helsing reference. Helsing abridged.
Oh god.
I've been watching Ghost
Stories.
Someone's sucking my dick.
Those abridged series are so DBZ abridged and then Yu-Gi-Oh abridged. Holy shit, Yu-Gi-Oh abridged is good.
Man,
I've been watching Ghost Stories on Crunchyroll.
Holy yeah.
That shit's so good.
That is the best dub in the history of anything, cause
I fucking love it so much.
I can't even quote half the shit they're saying there, but it's guys. Anyone listening here and anyone listening, if anyone listens to it of odd, if you just want to have a lot of fun, just go search Ghost Stories dub and enjoy.
It used to be here on YouTube. I don't know if it's still on YouTube. It's on Crunchyroll. That's where I found it. It was on Crunchyroll.
Wait, seriously, it's on Crunchyroll?
Yeah, I was shocked as hell.
Holy shit.
I was like, no way they put this on Crunchyroll, but yeah, they did. They put it on Crunchyroll, which is surprising as hell because all the people at Crunchyroll are all progressive weirdos.
Yeah.
But and a lot of the Crunchyroll, like a lot of the dubs have just stupid shit in them that I know the Japanese people didn't say. So, but that Ghost Stories one is just kills me, dude. The girl who's talking about how everyone's going to hell. People are going to hell. They're just a bunch of sinners that are going to hell. That chick fucking kills me.
Retarded?
It's a retarded kid, yes. Oh, Jesus. I just watched that episode where they were trying to make him run. They were like, because he's so stupid, he fucks up everything all the time, and nobody can understand him, and he sounds retarded. Oh, dude.
Every single time. Yeah. And the actors just make them sound retarded, too.
Oh god, he just goes, oh, blah, blah, blah. Oh my god, dude, that reminds me of something else. Oh,
What does she do? Is like, it's stop acting like a retard or stop talking
he's
like a retard.
He's retarded. All the kids on the show call him retarded. Don't worry about him, he's retarded.
Oh, fucking hell.
Dude, that reminds me of something else. Speaking of retarded things, we jump subjects here. So, we watched in my Discord the other night. We watched. Who was it? Me and Bleach and Bobcat and Boops. I hang out with a lot of B people.
You mother beeper.
We watched this stream, or not stream, the show called How's Your News. And what it was there's a documentary called How's Your News. It was funded by Matt Parker and Trey Stone. And what it was is they selected yeah. So they selected a bunch of or a group of retarded people.
Oh no.
And that's their word. That's their word. They say retarded in the show. The people call themselves retarded in the show. They take them and give them microphones and have them interview people. It is one of the greatest things I have ever watched. I love it so much. And I love it for a bunch of reasons, right? Because one, there are some genuinely like wholesome interactions that go on. And you see some of the people there that you dislike, but the way they interact with that, like those mentally disabled people, is so charming that you can't help but be like, all right, you're not a complete piece of shit, you know? But then on the other side of that is one of the reporters that they use pretty consistently doesn't talk coherently. And what I mean is like, he's not, I don't mean that like he's not making sense. I mean, he doesn't say actual words. He goes up to people and sticks a microphone in their face and goes, blah, 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 blah. And they're like, it's fucking great, because first time he does it to every person, they're like, I'm sorry, what? Like they didn't understand what he said. And then the second time it becomes clear to them that they're like, oh.
He's one of those guys.
Oh,
Shit.
He's not saying anything comprehensible. and the look on some of their faces, like my favorite one is John McCain, because this is a long time ago. They went to the 2004 Republican and Democratic National Conventions. And when this guy goes up to John McCain and sticks a mic in his face and goes, and spits his gibberish at him, and John McCain genuinely is like, I'm sorry, what? Like trying to, like he looks confused, like he's doubting himself for a second. He has that look on his face, like, am I going fucking crazy? Is this really happening? He has that look on his face for a second, and then when the guy repeats himself in the same like rambling gibberish, then he's like, oh, okay. Then it dawns on him that's like, oh, I'm talking to a profoundly disabled individual, and he's incoherent, he's incomprehensible. So then he's like, yep, I agree, yep, there. like how do you deal with that? Like, some mentally disabled guy comes up to you with a microphone with a fucking camera crew behind him, right? You can't be just like, fuck off, retard. That's the end of your public life. And most people wouldn't do that anyways. They want to humor, you know, they know the innocence. They understand that it's completely innocent. It's not malicious. And so it's so good. And then there's one point, oh goddamn. So the show opens with there's one girl in the group, and she's kind of the least retarded of them all in the first one, but is still disabled, understands she's disabled, like has a good understanding that she's disabled, but she's very charming. And it opens with her answering the phone saying, Department of Mental Retardation. Because back in the day, that's what some of those places were like. Those places that were established to help mentally disabled people were societies that helped mentally retarded, because that wasn't like politically incorrect to call them retarded back in the day. Because it just is what it is, right? Like, yeah. I'm not saying it because I'm hateful. I'm saying it because he's retarded.
Yeah.
You know? And it doesn't mean I dislike them. But what I call, it's like I call my buddies retarded all the time. I call all sorts of shit retarded.
Yeah, I know. Retard.
Right? I think I called the stove retarded the other day. I don't know. It's like, yeah. So, and holy shit, dude. If I was calling in to talk to the Department of Mental Retardation and a mentally retarded person answered the phone, I would probably die. I would probably die of a heart attack because I laughed so fucking hard at that moment that my heart could not take the sudden like explosion of what happened. I would fucking literally die. It's like she doesn't talk like super retarded, you know? Like I said, she's probably the least retarded in the group, but she's definitely like, if you spend a little bit of time, she has that like kind of quick autistic talk, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. So, and it was funny as shit. There's one part where she's talking to Wolf Blitzer, right? And so she's interviewing Wolf Blitzer, and she keeps saying, if and when the Democrats win, and he means, and this was far enough back to where they were objective enough to say, well, we don't know for sure if he's gonna win. This was Wolf Blitzer. You know, there's two parties and the Republicans could win too. We don't know when. We don't know that they're gonna win, so you wouldn't say if and when, you would just say if. And she goes, yeah, okay. So if and when the Democrats win, and he tried to explain it to her like 3 times. She just kept going, yeah. Okay, so if and when. And then eventually he just fucking gives up and just answers her fucking question. Instead of trying to be pedantic about it with the mentally handicapped bitch, he fucking just was like, okay, I'm gonna answer the question just to get this the fuck over with.
This is painful. I just wanted to end. Thank you.
Oh, it's one of the funniest goddamn things on the planet. But that's why I say I love it so much. So how's your news? The people, like I say, there's a dude in there that is, he's like obsessed with television. He loves soap operas and daytime television. And he's hilarious. He's very funny. God. And then there's one dude with Down syndrome who just has like, he just has the most sarcastic manner to him. It's so funny. Like one of the politicians is saying something to him and he kind of rolls his fucking eyes at him. It's like, dude, you're having a Down syndrome guy roll his fucking eyes at you. Like, what the I was like, even this guy's retarded and he sees through your bullshit. It's pretty funny. Like,
wonderful.
Yeah. And you know what the crazy thing? At the Republican convention in 2004, they interviewed a whole shit ton of celebrities. They talked to Andre 3000 from Outkast. It's like, and he was a Republican back then in 2004. Like, that's why, and now that's how much shit has changed since then, right? Like, it's not even safe for those people to try to pretend to be anything but progressive in the entertainment industry now. Yeah. You know?
The conquest has been absolute.
Yeah. Yeah, so it was interesting.
I'm sorry for fucking around here. I'm just trying to find the comfortable brush for.
Oh yeah, that's what I figured because I'm like, man, this looks messy. But then I'm like, oh yeah, he's just testing it out. Yeah. We're just trying to find the right brush.
Pretty much.
So, how's your news? And it's fantastic. There's like 3 or 4 of, if you search it up on YouTube, there's like an hour-long documentary where they go across the country, and then there's a half-hour documentary where they go to both of the conventions. And in the conventions, they have a few extra people. Like they have this young kid named Jeremy. He's 19, and he, you can tell he's just like high-functioning. Not gonna say high-functioning autist, but like he's autistic. And his questions kind of run all over the place, which is great. It's kind of funny to watch. Man, that's a cool brush. Like the way it overlaps like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks like watercolor.
It does.
I mean, which is what it is, so it makes sense.
I have a lot of shit to learn with this, and I'm okay with that.
I love how I nerd out on it on so many levels because the brush is so cool. It looks so cool artistically, but then the technological aspect of making that brush look and act like that is mind-blowing to me.
Let's see.
So that makes me nerd out too.
Which is good.
Yeah.
Anemone.
So as much as I'll dunk on them, like the software is pretty dope.
It is. Harlequin.
Interesting. Yeah, so yeah, where did we get to that? Where did we come to? That was a jump. So we were talking about ghost stories. Yeah.
Yeah,
so
we
ghost
were.
stories from How's Your News. And we're just talking about shit while you're drawing. So,
Which is fair.
Ghost Stories was that's a product of a different time though too. Like when they say to the rabbit, like, no, I can't do that with you. It's not because of this. It's because you're black. It's like
go quiet afterwards, which is just perfect.
Oh, it's so stupid.
It's beautiful, is what it is. It's fucking beautiful.
Oh.
It's because you're black. Try saying that.
Yeah.
Try saying that in public.
Right.
It's not because you're a rabbit. It's because you're black. Yes, that was a real dub, LGM.
It was a real dub.
That was a real dub.
It's a real dub.
I don't know why, but it's like everyone on that team decided, you know what, fuck it, we're just gonna have stupid fun.
Well, I think what it was is there was something like they couldn't get. It happened for a reason, and it wasn't just because these guys were like, fuck it. It was because something with the studio fucked up. And in fact, I may actually investigate that right now.
Please do.
Let me Google that shit. Or let me actually, I'll throw it into the other search engine.
Maybe this could be a good brush. Hey Dave, what do you think?
Yeah, it's like a charcoal-y kind of thing.
Yeah, it's street art Dianza.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Biden cope.
So I'm asking.
Hey, dude, look, I found something called the Biden cope. Let's check out
Oh
how that
yeah,
looks.
I think we looked at that one before.
Yeah, yeah. So, guys, this is what Biden cope looks like. Very
Yeah.
spotty. Oh,
Okay, so
okay.
I asked ChatGPT, why does the show Ghost Stories have such a good English dub? The original show didn't perform well in Japan. The original series underperformed domestically, so ADV licensed it. The Japanese right holders reportedly told them, just keep the character names and the basic Ghost rules. Everything else is fair game. This is rare in anime dubbing. Almost never are dub studios allowed to rewrite everything. ADV let the actors improvise. Director Stephen Foster encouraged wild, off-the-cuff comedy and let the voice actors ad-lib huge portions of the dialogue. A lot of what you hear in the final dub was made up in the booth. Oh shit, Monica Rial was involved with that. I didn't realize that. Yeah.
What's her thing again? I keep forgetting.
She was part of the Vic Mignogna smearing, but she's also been in a lot of stuff. She's done a lot of voice work. I'm trying to think. She's not the one who did the Powerpuff Girls. That was somebody else. 3, it became a parody of itself. Instead of trying to match the tone of the original, which was kid-friendly horror and anthology, ADV made it bizarre, rapid-fire comedy filled with fourth-wall breaks, pop culture references, edgy jokes, character rewrites like Leo becoming a paranoid conspiracy theorist. Oh god, that's so good. Okay. Yeah, so that's why. Because the show performed so poorly in Japan that they handed them the license and were like, we don't actually give a shit what you do with it because it doesn't matter. And they made it so much better for the American version. It's so good. Wow. That's awesome. That looks like a coloring sheet from like a fucking...
Yeah, I know, right?
If it was all different colors, it would look like a grade school coloring sheet. That's fucking hilarious.
Now you know how I do like testing and shit. I just do random ass shit, and I hope something looks somewhat decent.
Well, it's so handy that you can just delete the fucking layer.
Oh yeah.
You know, when you're done.
This one's really heavy though, for some reason. Like, incredibly heavy. I don't even add... Yeah. I'm not even adding any pressure to this. I'm just dragging it carefully along.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, this one, however...
Oh, she's Bulma. That's who Monica Rial is. She was Bulma.
I like Bulma.
And then she's in Fairy Tail. She's in Black Butler, Saga of Tanya the Evil.
Oh, I like...
Oh, she's Froppy in My Hero Academia too.
Yep. She was Tanya in Tanya the Evil, or was she the side chick?
She was Tanya in Tanya the Evil.
Based.
Saga of Tanya the Evil.
That is a fan-fucking-tastic anime, and I will have no one else disagree with that.
I'm trying to see if there's other ones that... Oh, she was in Elfen Lied. Oh, she was Tsubaki in Soul Eater too. So she's been... She's in Soul Eater. Did you ever watch Soul Eater? That one's good. She was Tsubaki.
What I know about Soul Eater is that's the anime that basically groomed Rosa into liking feet.
Okay, I could probably see that, but it's a great show. She was in the Excel Saga. She's in Borderlands. Crazy. She's in Smite. She's played in Ruby. She has a bunch of roles in Ruby. Burst Angel, Fruits Basket. Yeah, she's been in a lot of fucking stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So That's Monica Rial.
Monica Rial, not
The
L'Oreal.
yeah. Hey, what's up, PK? Welcome aboard.
Hey, Prime, hello.
But yeah, you know what? I never finished My Hero. I think they're putting out the last season or something recently.
Yeah, the manga finished a while back, and honestly, not too bad. Not too shabby.
Yeah. I feel like the show fell off a little bit.
It did.
And it might just be, yeah, because it was like, I don't know.
It isn't shit. It isn't bad by any stretch of the. Oh, hello. It isn't bad by any stretch of the meaning, but it is. What?
Right. Well, like Tower of God too. Like the anime, that's another one of those things where I hear the show or the books, the manga is fucking amazing, but the show just kind of falls off. And it might just be it loses my interest, but you know, I mean, that's the whole point. I'm supposed to keep my interest. So I'm still watching Solo Leveling. So after that, you know, I'm waiting for Solo Leveling in.
Go on.
And Dan.
I haven't really been watching any anime for a long time. It just stopped being interesting. Someone tried to get me to watch. What was it? They tried to get me to watch 2 animes, but I lost interest because they pushed that shit too hard. So I don't feel like watching them.
Maylock says they fucked up Tower of God so fucking bad it doesn't exist in my world. Yeah, that's how I understand the show. Oh, hello, Maureen.
Hello, Maureen. How you doing? Oh, hey. Ooh. Okay, it's not a color brush, but okay.
I like that.
That's like line brush. Albert Ambrose. All right.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that's a good like calligraphy line brush.
Yeah, it's on comics. Noted for later.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Oh yeah. One of the anime is Freerun. I fucking hate that anime.
I've watched it. It's been a long time ago. I don't remember too much about it. I just know the memes.
It has good memes, and some people like it. I fucking hate it. I despise that shit because, well, first of all, I don't like how anime or Japan does elves, because my view of elves is that they're kind of like Tolkien-esque, essentially like angelic beings given physical form, right? Semi-divine, right? And instead we get a bunch of retards. But that's beside the point. Anyway, that's a personal thing, and I'm still able to watch a series.
So how do you feel about the D&D depiction of elves, then?
Not a big fan. It's kind of again, my primary preference is the Tolkien way, but I like the Elder Scrolls way of it too. Right?
But that they're incredibly racist and they.
Yes. I don't mind that, because it's still, they try to be somewhat original, and now it's just crap. However, I don't mind other things. My main preference is the
LGM's got a good point in the chat. The fucking Hyruleans are elves, dude.
They're human.
Zelda's an elf. They got pointy ears. Well, humans don't have pointy ears.
Well, some humans do. There's some mutation here and there.
Hey,
but the point is, but there are people. If you really want me to, dude, want me to go down the rabbit hole of Zelda? You know I fucking will, dude.
Oh, I know. Yeah, those damn knife-eared bastards.
Yeah. The thing is that again, I can watch stuff with elves. Like take Dragon Age Origins, right? That's a really good depiction of elves. And they treat them more like Indians than anything else. Not the Pajeets. I'm talking about actual Indian, like Native Americans, in some ways.
Okay.
And again, I don't mind it. I have a preference, but I'm still open for seeing other variations. However, every just find an elf in anime, it's the same goddamn thing. It's surprisingly overpowered. They're 2,000 years old, and yet they have no fucking knowledge or wisdom about anything around. They still fall for the same stupid traps. Like, you got this supposedly 1,000-year-old super wizard, right? Who is beyond powerful and still unable to do the most basic check to see if a chest is a mimic or not. I know it's a cute.
Yeah.
Now, if the anime went to just be cutesy and silly, fine. I would be okay with that. But then you suddenly drop shit like the demons and all that and make it super serious.
Yeah.
And sure, she takes off the mask of being a silly goober and shows that she is really fucking powerful and capable. And then you go right back to being a silly goober again. No, it doesn't work like that. It again, I don't like that kind of breakneck change of pace.
Yeah.
That shit's got to stay, you know? And it doesn't. And I also don't like how they just treat them. Like, imagine you have a race of nigh immortal beings with immense magical potential, and the species is dying out because all of them is too stupid to realize that, we are dying out because we're simply not breeding. Then how do you solve that? Oh, smart fucking elf. It's just, like, I don't like it. I just don't. I don't like the character of Frieren. And now, my opinion of this show is already colored because a friend of mine he lost his shit about this anime, okay? He loved it a lot. However, since I didn't, he ended up losing his shit a little bit. And we had a fucking how long a discussion about this show? It lasted so long, and it burnt me out more and more of the show, you know? Ended up just being like, yeah. And it got so tiring, dude. So in the end, I was like, no, I don't want to talk about Frieren. I find the show to be annoying. I find the character to be annoying and unrelatable in every single fucking way. Now, I am hardlining on this because I was pushed too far, which is when I refused to engage anymore, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So even if someone would, I think actually that could have also happened if, like, imagine you were trying to introduce me to Zelda, right? But you were just being rude, pushy, constantly talking about nothing else. And I mean nothing else, just bombarding me with gifs about it too, right? Giving me no fucking break about anything. And just that. I would just hate Legend of Zelda. If it was an unknown quantity for me, right?
Right.
It depends on how people, if they're gonna introduce me to something, they just gotta introduce it to me when I feel like being patient and not just try to drown me. And if I don't like it, or if I'm hesitant to look at it because I'm busy with other shit, don't get insulted because of it. I don't do I don't do that to other people, all right? So then I expect the same fucking I expect the same understanding, right?
Right. Like dude, I know exactly what you're talking about. When I worked at Water Resources, this dude was really into Shameless, that show Shameless with William H. Macy, about like the most unfortunate and terrible human beings on the planet. And so anyhow, so this guy's like, oh, you gotta watch it over and over. He's like, oh, you gotta watch it. And so I'm like, fucking fine. So finally I started watching it. And I'm like, the first few seasons are like, oh, it's okay. It's funny. It's like, oh, it's depressing. But then like the tone of the show is just bleak and kind of dystopian through the whole thing. Now, it might have changed in the later episodes. I see a lot of clips of it, of Carl now, where they're positive. And they do positive things in the show, but like every person that show...
is that retarded Norwegian show, isn't it?
No.
Okay.
It was I think Showtime.
Okay.
It's where it aired originally. And it's about a poor family in like Detroit. a poor white family in Detroit where the dad is just like the absolute most degenerate alcoholic on the planet. Like he's such an alcoholic that at some point in the series he can't actually drink alcohol anymore because his stomach can't take it. And so he's keistering vodka. Which is yeah, he's having him pour vodka up his ass.
Oh my.
It's like taking a funnel and putting vodka up his ass. In the show, right? Like, just to show the absolute like debasement and degeneracy that exists in the show. But it has its moments that are very funny, and the heroes of the show are horrible people, but they're still the heroes of the show. And some of them are actually pretty good people, but some of them are just awful human beings. Yeah, anyhow. So, but this guy was like, you gotta watch it. And so every day he's like, hey, did you watch this last night? Like, no, dude. Like, he'd tell me stories from it. I was like, that sounds pretty funny. I should watch it, you know? And so then eventually I did watch it, and I watched a bit of it. And then I got to a point where I'm like, I don't know if my soul can continue watching this show and remain entirely untainted. You know, kind of like that. Like, it's like the show Requiem for a Dream, right? Like, you watch it once and that's it, because you never have to watch it again after that, because it's such a traumatic and impactful show that after you watch it once, you never want to do it again. Mm-hmm. You know, also in my instance, it's like, I would never ever want to inject like injecting shit into my arms like those guys are doing. It's so wild. Like, that's an alien experience to me. I can't relate to that. But anyhow, yeah, so he was bugging me to watch that show, and so I finally did, and I had to nope out. And when I noped out, he's like, "Oh, you want to watch the rest of it?" I'm like, "Nope."
Then really passive aggressive about it. It's like, oh yeah, okay, it's not everyone can understand. Not everyone can up. It's like, dude,
yeah,
shove this shit up your ass. I don't care.
It wasn't that bad. I just had to tell him, I'm like, dude, I can't watch that shit anymore. Like, I just have to let it go. It's making me feel like a bad person enjoying these people's exploits, or witnessing their exploits. So yeah,
I get it, but it's it kind of was a bit of a issue for a while, and I again, if there's already a premise I don't like about something, what?
Yeah, I was looking at Prime's. Yeah, the family in Seamus would get better if they cut out the father. He was a scumbag. Yeah, he was like dragging that whole fucking family down. And then every now and then he'd have like a really redeeming moment just to try to make you not absolutely hate him so much. But
so wait, is this a reality show or a...
No.
Fake?
No. Marine was behind, just caught the shilling, right? Yeah. My smooth transition into our upcoming stream about Frank J. Hayes, the Yosemite photographer, or Yellowstone photographer.
You got hit by, you got struck by a smooth fucking chill. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, but
yeah, right. Primed. That family they were completely dragged down by their father.
Yeah.
And they needed
of a
to
parental person. That's the worst kind of fate.
Yeah.
It's fucking tragedy. I hate it in series when the parents are to blame.
early in the morning. My eyes are still kind of blurry. It's a good
It's
thing I
starting
got this up on a giant ass screen.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm still in the testing phase, but I'm starting to feel like I'm starting to hit the correct brush now. So that's why I'm doing a single arm.
Is there... Man, it would be crazy if there was a mask you could put over it that would apply a lighting source.
I don't know.
I wonder if there is. Of course, I don't know if that's part of Procreate.
If you could,
I know that's part of
Google
like
it for me?
photo.
It is Procreate,
sure.
the name of the app, so I'm not sure. It would be nice if it did. Well, I can't see from if there. I can put lines around, so it shows me where the light comes from, but
Yeah.
Too lazy. I'm liking how this is looking. What do you guys think so far?
I think the model is dope as hell. Yeah, I can see that shade. You can do color on it, right?
Yeah, I can do.
Or I guess the finished product is going to have color on it.
Not color, no. It's a black and white originally.
Oh, okay.
I might do color later, but
also, yeah, it looks a lot darker. You know what's weird? It looks a lot darker on Discord than it does on YouTube.
It does.
I have the two images like side by side, and I can see like a backup to look so I can see actually the stream and the Discord stream at the same time. And there's a dramatic difference in the contrast between the Discord stream and the YouTube video.
The Discord.
Of course, I'm sure that's because
Discord is showing it right. YouTube is showing it brighter.
I think, yeah, Discord is applying some compression to the video, which is causing the shades to be darker.
No,
because when we did Skeletor,
the shade is really dark, you know.
Oh no! What I'm saying is that the Discord is removing the high and low values from it and just making it more dark instead of showing the full range of values because the way Discord is compressing the video.
Yeah, that might be.
And so it's just like when you did the background for Skeletor in the stream for that, and it was a crazy streaked background, but I could not see it as well in the Discord video.
Yeah, now I get it. Yeah, that was a little bit of bullshit, wasn't it?
So, yeah. Oh man, we're bumping up. How much time you got left?
I still have about half an hour if you feel like hanging out for a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's cool. I don't want to keep you around any longer than you got to be.
Yeah,
you know, because I know you got shit coming up. So
yeah,
I want to be mindful of your time.
Thank you. I usually when I speak like that, I follow it up with the F slur. But that's we can't do that on YouTube.
Yeah.
So just imagine me calling you a bundle of sticks. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. A British cigarette. Your British cigarette.
There you go.
Dude, I love that. I love that there's old. So there was another thing. Okay. 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 In British culinary tradition, a classic faggot is made from pork liver, pork heart, pork fat belly or shoulder trimmings, breadcrumbs, urge, made sage, onions, and salt and pepper.
Really?
Then mixed, formed into a meatball shape and wrapped in caul fat, that laced pig fat.
What was popular to eat with the classic faggot?
The classic faggot was typically accompanied with mashed potatoes, peas or mushy peas, and gravy, which I don't know I don't know which would be better to go with your faggot, peas or mushy peas. Mushy
Uh,
peas on your faggot. You got
well,
peas on your
depends.
faggot.
If you puree it first, peas on your faggot can be really nice.
You know, I saw a video on YouTube of a guy who went to a place where they made a lot of, where they made a big portion of them and sold faggots commercially.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so here we go. Where the dish comes from, faggots have been around since at least the 18th century as a cheap, hearty working class meal, especially associated with Wolverhampton, Birmingham, the Black Country, Bristol, and southwest England. The
So
modern
there's a
commercial
lot.
version.
So they have a wide variety of faggots in Black Country, huh?
And in southwest England.
All right,
So the
makes sense.
modern commercial versions were popularized by companies like it's not Brian, it's Brains Faggots in the mid 20th century. The name origin, the culinary term, predates the slur by centuries. So this is a very old word. The dish was named because of the minced offal wrapped in fat. So it was kind of like they named it after the bundle of sticks. Um, We're talking. It's not. I'm not saying the slur. It's not a slur. This is a traditional English meal from
We're using
the
historic
1800s.
language here, guys. We're using historic language.
This is a traditional English meal from the 1800s, and
Yeah.
the stream might not be available on YouTube after this, but we are talking about traditional English cuisine, LGM, which I'm sure. I'm sure LGM has indulged in multiple faggots in his
Oh,
lifetime.
he seems like a guy who really enjoys. He enjoys to take a faggot, throw it in the oven, light it up, and then enjoy the fire from his faggot while eating his faggot.
Oh god, the stream is so cooked.
Fuck, dude.
Oh, but yeah, so I think like I ran across a YouTube video talking about this, showing it was an old, like, not commercial, but it was an old British documentary where they interviewed these people who made these things commercially. And
Dude,
of course,
if a
it's a
British
joke
guy
now.
would make a video about this today, he would be arrested or deported.
It makes me wonder if there's a place where you can actually still buy them.
Go out. I mean, just go out in the black land.
It's traditional. It's traditional. It's traditional food. You know. I mean, I'm actually being serious.
Yeah.
I'm not being tongue in cheek. I'm
Well,
really.
I'm-
I'm
if I'm
very
gonna
curious
be,
if they actually sell these anywhere.
I'm gonna be
So
a bit serious though. Awful food isn't quite my style. There's some awful food that is decent, but
yeah,
it's more like what it is turns me off it than
then the taste.
yeah.
So what about like head cheese and shit like that? Do you have
Head
your head
cheese?
stuff like that? Yeah.
What is that?
Oh, that's when they take stuff like I think they take brain and a few other things
Wow.
and put it in a gel. It's almost like a salami kind of thing. I don't know for sure. If you don't know, then the answer is no, you don't eat it.
Well, probably. I mean, you also have blood sausage, which is pretty decent to be honest.
Yeah. I've never had that.
Blood sausage
'cause that
with
sounds-
bacon.
The blood sausage sounds a little off-putting to me, even though I know it's the same thing. It's probably the same thing with you. It's like the awful, and not like I'm a big. So one of the things that my son, whenever he gets sick, if he gets a cold, the thing that he does is he goes get some menudo, right? Which is it's a Mexican soup made with tripe. It's got
That
tripe and
sounds-
hominy in it. What?
That sounds like a load of tripe.
Yeah, I mean, cow stomach. That's what what tripe is. So it's cow stomach, and
So it's a cow version of haggis.
Well, they chop up the cow stomach into strips, basically, and put it in this soup. And I can never get past the fact that it's cow stomach lining. Same with cow tongue, right? Like I've heard cow tongue is really good. I've never been able to eat cow tongue because
I mean, in
'Cause it's cow
Norway,
tongue.
it's a very common thing is fried. Well, first you take cod tongue, you smack them around in salt and flour, and then you fry them in oil or butter. And
How the hell? How big is a cod tongue?
when you cut it open, it becomes around the flat of your hands without fingers.
Now cod like the fish, right?
Cod is the fish, and when that
Okay,
thing is grown,
just
when a fully grown cod is honestly really fucking big, dude.
is it? Yeah,
Oh,
cow
yeah.
tongue is huge. Yeah, right, Maureen. Cow tongues are huge, and they sell them like I can go buy a whole cow tongue right now at Albertsons down the street. I could buy, and the thing that I think is the most off-putting to me about it is the fact that you go look at it in the grocery store, and it's this gross, gnarly, knurled tongue wrapped in fucking plastic. It just looks so gruesome that I can't get past it.
I get it.
You know.
Like you
Like,
also
that's
have,
just
but
me.
you need to remember too, though, that every single sausage that exists, at least proper sausage, is made with intestine lining.
Oh, the ones that are made, yeah, out. They're now. See, that's different to me. Use the sausage casing. Well, like one, because you pick it off a lot of the time, and
No,
two,
no,
like
even the ones you don't pick off, like
oh yeah,
it's a variation of it. Like one of my favorite types of snacks is salt cured smoked sausage. You know the ones that are solid, you can't boil or cook them. It's kind of like the same.
It's like jerky, but you got to be careful what you're gonna say. It's hard to describe loving to eat meat sticks without sounding a little gay.
Oh, don't worry. I'm not talking about bundles of sticks here, dude. But yeah, it's cured meat in general is fucking delicious, right? However, it is more akin to a chorizo. When you buy a proper chorizo, you have the intestine lining still on it, right?
Yeah,
You pick that shit off. Now,
yeah.
What do you call those? Is it cured sausage you call it? Because in Norway we call it spekemat.
You call it what? Say it again.
Spekemat. If you want to be Oslo about it, and if you want to say the way I say it, it's spekmat. Spikemat.
Uh-huh.
It's basically a more straightforward version of saying it, because Oslo
Yeah.
Oslo is a bundle of sticks.
I thought in Oslo they spoke Farsi.
That is close to it.
Yeah.
It varies. Depends on where in Oslo you are. Now there's a lot of Ukrainian too.
Oh man. But you know what the thing is, dude? Like, I think I feel that's more acceptable. Like, number one, there's an actual war in Ukraine. Like, there's an actual crisis they're fleeing. Right? It's not all just
Dave.
It's not economic migration.
Dave.
Channel.
I
don't
want
to talk about that. Fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Because in my opinion has hardlined completely on immigration. I'm just gonna say it. I don't want any of them. I don't care.
Yeah, no, yeah.
And that, of course, that
understand.
means if something should happen where I have to flee my own country, the irony of it will crush me, and I hope to God that I will be able to live what I preach. But no, no more. Yeah. I don't care, because I want when I mean properly integrated, I want them so fucking integrated that I can hardly tell that they're not from the country. And I want this for every country, right? If I go to Japan, I should be fucking going full on Japanese myself. Same goes for Spain if I go there.
So to bring this back to a more channel-friendly topic, I guess, lingonberry sauce is fucking delicious. I love that shit.
Oh yeah, dude.
That does make everything better. Yeah, fries, meatballs, it doesn't matter. You can put that stuff on anything.
Literally what we do in Norway, actually. We have it on everything.
There's a they do that. They do a lot of that with raspberries here. Like, raspberries make it into a lot of stuff here, because of course we don't have lingonberries like the same way.
Oh, you're missing out.
I mean, we have because that's just like blackberries. Actually, we do have blackberry stuff everywhere, but
They're
and
no,
they're
blackberries
bigger.
is much sweeter. Blackberries are much sweeter. The thing about
Yeah,
lingonberries, they aren't sweet. They aren't sweet. They aren't sour. Well, if
yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
when they're ripe, they they're this medium point. They just they aren't savory. What do you call it when
Tart.
they is
Yeah,
it tart?
tart. That's like it's like raspberries. Yeah.
Yeah, but
So
yeah, I guess, but
yeah,
I wouldn't
so
call raspberries are more sweet than sour.
yeah, tart.
Yeah,
So,
maybe tart.
but regardless, like yeah, that shit's delicious, and that's the
It
fun.
is.
Like, and I don't know if it's just scratching the fat guy center of my brain when you have like that sweet sauce on meatballs like that. Like one of my favorite recipes we made a long time ago for for my kids' Halloween party when they were little was we had meatballs in this like grape jelly sauce, and of course you put like little the rice had meatball, or the meatballs had this rice in it, so that it looked a little weird, but they were super good. It's like meatballs with that grape jelly sauce. So, oh, dude. Oh shit. That reminds me. I cooked a pizza. Threw a pizza in the oven like 5 minutes before we started the stream. I mean, it's in the toaster oven. No, it's in the toaster oven, so
Okay.
it's turned off. It was on a timer and everything. I put it in the toaster
Okay.
oven, so now it's just cold.
Shit.
Damn it. I forgot
Sorry.
about that. That's not your fault.
Eh.
It's because I'm so scatterbrained. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get this food, and then I forgot about it until me.
Hey, good to know that I
So.
can reach my 40s without any issues, because I'm no better. Oh yeah, but essentially though, lingonberries jam is it's a staple of Norwegian cuisine. It is
Yeah.
anywhere. You can find it in small packets if you go into like a normal Norwegian restaurant. Not any of the fancy ones, but like one that is made with Norway as the standard.
Right.
You'll find
Right.
lingonberry. And the funny thing is that early when we were starting to introduce to food from outside, like proper introduction to other foods, not like where, you know, bacalhau, which is essentially like a tomato stew with cod in it, which we got from Portugal. I'm talking during the 80s or 90s when food became international, right? Parodies of different foods like tacos and all that shit.
Yeah.
The first few lasagnas was eaten with lingonberry in my house.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. They stopped really
Weird.
soon though when my father realized that, it isn't as good with that. We'll eat without it. So we're instead gonna take a loaf of white bread.
Oh, I love lasagna.
Yeah,
I like
lasagna's
pasta.
amazing.
It's one of the worst things for like. It's my. But yeah.
It is one of the many blessings of the potato. I love potatoes.
Oh, there's. Yeah, yeah, dude. I'm from Idaho. Like, our state motto is famous potatoes.
Yep.
Because tater tots were invented here.
What are
Did you know that?
tots?
Tater tots are the little they're like French fry. They're the little potato gems where they take and chop up potatoes and put them together in a fucking Christ. Let me go find some fucking pictures. There we go. I'm gonna put a picture in the chat here. Again.
Lingonberry should not be overly sweet. It should be sweet, but not overly sweet. It's meant to offset. Sorry, I'm talking to Maureen. It's like
in the chat.
It's meant to offset the salt of food. Because if there's one thing you'll notice if you come to Norway and eat our food, and I've had this complaint all the fucking time on the ship from every single nationality, is that Norwegian food is way too salty. The standard food is way too salty.
Really?
So the lingonberry sets off saltiness. Like, I can eat salty food, which many of my friends would cringe at. Like, friends who aren't from the country originally. And I'm the kind of weirdo who would put salt on a bacon omelet.
Yeah, yeah. I eat way too much salt. Like, it's my. You know, I feel bad about sitting there and eating candy and shit. You know, because I have that, like, I've been eating too much sugar, but then I'll just sit there and eat jerky.
Yeah.
And it's like,
I'm pretty sure.
Instead of just getting too much sugar, I'm getting too much salt.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest about this, guys. I am certain that throughout my years, I've managed to give myself extremely low-level salt poisoning on numerous occasions. You know when you eat too much salt, you get like, you feel a bit weird, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's happened to me several times.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I was thinking of something else for lingonberry. Yeah, those are like, it's like cranberries. Oh, okay.
They're kind of like cranberries, yeah.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, it's like a sweeter cranberry. So, yeah, but yeah, okay.
Yeah, because cranberries are tart. They're tart, but
Yeah.
yeah, I wouldn't call them sweet, naturally sweet. When they're fully ripe, they don't have sweetness, tartness, or anything like that. When compared to other berries, they lack all of that.
They're more neutral. Yeah, that's what cranberries are too. They just don't have a whole. They've got a bit of the tartness, but you got to add stuff to them to really bring out. You add a little bit of sugar to bring out the real flavor.
Exactly, and
yeah,
and that's why lingonberries is amazing.
Yeah, people aren't gonna grab a handful of lingonberries and start eating them off the bush, kind of shit like that. But
if you're bored,
kind of like you don't eat cranberries like that. Okay.
Cranberries are a lot more crunchy, though, I think.
Cranberries, yeah, they are. They're firmer.
Wien
yeah, Pink. I was gonna say PK's got a question for you. Dude, what is that? Wien bar.
I don't know. That might be a Swedish. Oh, those. Huh. Rips. Alright, those. Yeah, they don't really grow much, but let's see. Yeah. The closest things we have is like
currants.
Berries. Yeah, currants.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like
I like red currant. Not so much fan of regular black currants unless you make jam out of them. However, red currants with like in a gel, that's pretty good, and I would eat that with my blue cheese.
Oh, that sounds good.
Dude, blue cheese is fucking amazing.
So I went like a long time ago, long time ago. My buddies were trying
far away.
Right. I mean, this was like, 2002, 2003. And my homies were like, hey, let's go camping. I'm like, okay, well, I didn't know. I hadn't done a lot of a camping up to that point. So I was like, what should I bring? Should I, And I didn't know the campsite they want, because some of the campsites have electricity in them. And I was like, is there going to be power out there? And they're like, oh, you can just plug into a current bush. And I'm like, so they were saying like current, like CURRENT, but I was thinking like currant bush. What the fuck are you idiots talking about? It's like, that's a fucking fruit. What the fuck is that? So they didn't realize that currants were a fruit. So I'm like, how the fuck is a fruit? You fucking dumbasses. What the fuck are you even talking about? And so then I was like, oh, current, like, oh, you guys are being funny. And I'm like, no, retards. Are we going to an actual campground? Or are we going to a fucking just out into the woods? It's like, that's what I meant. So It was confusing. It was confusing for everybody. But yeah, so every time I I hear of currents, I think of that story. Plug into a currant bush, and I was so fucking confused. I'm like, are you guys retarded? Like, that's a fruit. What the fuck are you doing? I'm like, that's a fruit, you morons. You can't do anything with that. And yeah, so anyhow.
Hmm. What do you call cured? Again, I'm sorry for going back on it, but I didn't quite catch it. What do you call like cured sausages or cured meat? Is it just cured meat or
Yeah, that's what they just refer to it as cured meat.
cured?
We call it what it is. If it's capricola or ham or something like that, then we call it capricola or ham. If it's sausage, if it's salami, we call it salami. It's like everything else.
Yeah, but what is the? It's sort of like the what race would you call it, right?
It's cured meat.
Yeah, just cured meat.
Cured
Yeah, so
meats.
yeah,
That's the.
because we have our if you translate cured in Norway, you will get gravet,
Mhm.
which is essentially the same, but graving is also a way of making meat, right? So if you take, let's see, if you're gonna cure fish, right? You're basically taking the fish, uh, pouring tremendous amounts of sugar and salt on it, or mostly sugar, adding different kinds of spices like einebær. What the hell is einebær again? Shit. It's kind of like a black wild currant, but it grows from these tiny bush trees. Small black
Yeah.
berries, very strong taste on them. Very good, very
Okay.
tasty. You also do like red peppers, and you just pour that into sugar mix, and you put like the fish skin side down, then meat on meat, skin on skin, and just put layers, and then you add the sugar salt mix over there, some peppers too,
Okay.
and then you just pour bottles of gin or vodka.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay. You got me now. You
tremendous.
brought you
Yeah,
brought me back. I was
yeah,
like, you lost me for a second. I'm back.
yeah.
So
It is basically cured with sugar and alcohol.
interesting. And does it
Yeah,
cure into like a block of
not
fucking
a
fish, or what does it
not no no
cure
no no.
into?
It is the
How is
process. It
how is
cures.
this consumed? How's it consumed post curing?
What you do is it's in order to cure as much as possible because you also need the pressure. So you put several fish on top of each other to add the weight. Then you take imagine if you do this in a sealed box, right? Then you
Okay.
take a similar box on top of that to put pressure on top of it. Then you put
So
either weight like stones over it. Because the important part
right.
is, yeah,
So you're
sugar,
trying to
alcohol, and
press the
pressure.
moisture. You're trying to press the moisture out of it, right? And
Yes.
so but my question is like how after you've done this with
Mhm.
your fish, um, is it like a brick of fish because
Nope.
you're pressing it together, or do you eat the fish individually?
You eat the fish individually. You take out the
Like
whole fillet, and then you.
like a tin
Yeah.
of sardines almost, right? Like a tin of sardines kind of thing. Except for it's a
Uh,
giant box.
the thing is that it's the way you make it, but during the entire process throughout the different through the days, 2 to 3 times a day, you take out the fish and then you turn it around so the ones on top gets to the bottom, so they get equal amount of time, top and the bottom, right? And then when it's done, you take out the fish. You usually today just vacuum seal them, and then
Okay.
you just take a knife, cut off the slice you want, and eat it from there. Put it on bread, put it on like flatbrød, which is like
Okay,
the really flat breads.
so it's right. So it does make a brick of fish. I was right. Okay,
Brick of
so you're
fish.
just making a brick of fucking fish with that
Yeah,
shit. Okay.
during storage, yes, but
Like
it's not.
a gelatinous brick of fish.
It's not gelatinous. Again, the fish is cured, so it still has
Oh,
it is softer texture, and yeah,
okay.
you can kind of compare it to gel, but unlike rotten fish, like rakfisk and lutefisk, this is like
Okay.
properly cured. Again, it is very sweet. It is very affected by the choice of alcohol. Gin is the favorite because again, gin is better than vodka.
Because gin is the superior alcohol.
Yeah, and what you do is that you take then, again, we have this the flatbread. Have you ever tried that before?
Flatbread?
Okay, basically flour, salt.
Oh no!
Flour.
Yeah, of course I've tried flatbread before. Yeah.
Yeah, it's there's no yeast in it, so you basically just it's a flat battery thing. You put it on, and it's really
like crackers
thin.
and shit.
Yeah, kind of like that. You take a piece of that, then you take some sour cream, full fat, not that messy shit people try to do with low fat shit. Proper sour cream. Then you take the fish on top of it. Not knäckebröd. It's flatbröd. There's a difference between them. Knäckebröd is thicker, while flatbread is literally as flat as you can get it, like paper flat. Very popular to eat in Norwegian dinner, or when you eat cured meat.
Okay, here's something completely different but related in a weird way. So does your keyboard have umlauts on it? Does your keyboard have because you have Norwegian keyboard, right? Does it have the Norwegian lettering on it, or do you have to hit like?
No, I have Norwegian lettering on it.
Okay.
A-Ö-O.
Okay. So how do you put is the umlaut on there by default, or how do you put the umlaut on the letter, or is that a separate letter on your keyboard? I should fucking Google this and just look up a picture of it.
Umlaut?
So
wait.
Yeah, the dots over your letters. That's what the German lettering for it. It's the diacritics that go over your fucking letters there.
Was it control? No.
Because you guys are all spitting it out. Okay.
Yeah. Nah. No, it doesn't turn into that weird one. You have to actually hold in. I never really used the Swedish way of that bullshit. Yeah, basically the umlaut, they're we call it the Swedish the Swedish because Swedes use it. They don't have
it's got the
Yeah, because the Swedes don't really have that for themselves. They decided to just take the shit from outside instead of making their own thing.
Okay, those are standard on the keyboard. Okay, that's what I was curious.
Yeah.
And I was stupid, and I should have just looked it up. But yeah, and I just did. I just looked it up because I should have done that in the fucking first place.
Never ask me about grammar, dude.
I just yeah. I've had a lot of caffeine and not a lot of food this morning, so
yeah,
might be a little weird. Speaking of which, are we running up against your time limit, or are you still cool?
We are running up against the time limit, but I would love to do another stream with you if you have time.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm doing research after this.
Good.
Probably, I've got to do research for the Dick Cheney article for tomorrow, and then maybe I'll look up another article if I can find one, and then I got to do research for Bleach and I's upcoming stream on FJ Haynes, the official photographer of Yellowstone.
Now, where can we find this stream, sir?
This Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, American time. Which is what time is that in Britbong time? I think they're -6. Let's see.
Hint. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
Oh.
So, chat, what do you think about this creature? What do you think about the brush? Does this look good?
Oh yeah, that's midnight. So it's 12 a.m. on Saturday, 12 a.m. on Tuesday. So,
now you know why I rarely join to be there, because I'm already making ready to go to bed.
I know. Well, it's the unfortunate thing is that the convenient time for the Americans is the inconvenient time for the Europeans, and so much. Then
I'm not European. I'm Scandinavian. Hey, if
you're all the same to us.
Hey, if,
well, I know,
if I'm a European, then you're fucking Canadian or Mexican, right?
I know, but I'm an Idahoan, right? So that's the thing, is you guys call me American. I'm an Idahoan.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
No, but I am American.
Yeah.
And so I can understand Scandinavia's impetus or impulse to want to split from the wider European.
Oh no, Norway wants that split to be. Sweden and Denmark are a bunch of fucking traitors who joined the EU to suck their dick. And I feel sorry for my Scandinavian cousin.
Oh my lord.
And that's as far as I'll go with that. I agree with I agree with Prime Knight. Honestly,
So...
the superior choice would just be to make the Kalmar Union again, but with not one of the three countries as a superior, but rather as equals. Because each of the Scandinavian countries would be able to contribute something enormous to each.
Yeah.
Norway would, of course, be the powerhouse in terms of just pure capital. But when it comes to other things like space or other resources, and especially like international reach, Sweden would definitely be on the top there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, greatest Scandinavian Union. Even just get Iceland and Finland to join. With Finland, we wouldn't have to worry about any invaders because it's fucking Finland. Nobody fucks with Finland.
You got your attack dog on the fucking leash there.
Yeah,
That's
the
like,
only thing we'd have to do is just...
You want to piss off this legion of Fremen, this Finnish Fremen?
Yeah, I mean, the Finnish are basically snow Fremen, but less gay.
The snow Fremen. Oh, that's right. Snow Fremen versus the Russian Sardaukar legions.
Exactly, but here's the thing, though. Like, many people don't understand the true horror of hearing the woods start speaking Finnish, because you know that it's by the grace of God you're not leaving there without an extra hole in your head. Again, I haven't met a single Finnish who has not been unable to, like, hit the head of a deer on ridiculous ranges with a scope, and without a scope within, 200 meters?
Well, they're all military trained, right? So
I just think they're like drinking.
Yeah, that could be too. So we're at the half hour now. Actually, a little over a half hour. I don't want to keep you any longer than like I know you had shit to do.
I would love to continue because I'm on a roll right now. But we'll continue this next time. And this is nice because I've been able to actually work on this in a way that feels good. Because that's what I've been stuck on this one for a fucking while. It's been pissing me off.
Well, good. I'm glad you can make some progress on it because it looks pretty dope.
Yeah, because I have this commission, and then I have another one I need to work on too. So it's nice to have. It's nice to be able to work on it. I hope to at least finish one of these two, but this one is the oldest, and I kind of want to prioritize this one because it's an older promise, and I've been a right piece of shit. I finished half of it. I guess I can show you how it looks. This one.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so basically it's a Mercury mech. I made this one with the older brush set, so there's gonna be a difference, but since this one is mechanical and the other one is biological, there's I think there's leeway for that. It also gives me an excuse to use the new brushes which I fucking love. Like if it just feels so good. I am sucking this app's dick so hard, and it is not even gay, dude. And even if I was gay for it, I wouldn't even mind. This app is fan-fucking-tastic now. Like, it was good before, but holy shit. Yeah.
Oh. Right on.
Yeah. So, again, thank you, Dave, for joining me. I really appreciate it. Thank you, everyone, for joining here. Marco, Primed, Melix, Low Green Martian, Maureen. That's pretty much.
Had another Goober Dude 79.
Goober Dude 79. Thank you for dropping by, and everyone else. If I haven't caught you, I hope you all have had as much fun as I've had. And I will try to do at least one more stream before leaving for the vast emptiness of the Norwegian fjords. Have a good one, guys. And again, Dave, thank you for joining.
Yeah, my pleasure. Shadowlay, folks.
Bye-bye. And where's the...